It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Johnson running left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, it's gone. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath.
Now Breeze wants the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice. And we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Following a fumble recovery, Goff, screen play, Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Are you crying?
Second and 3 from the 9.
How'd you fall?
They try the left side with Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He was not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
and crash into each other. Head
A
on.
lot of times what they're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much, even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back
Probably
finish
hit
it
the
off.
front brake and it wasn't there because she
Sitting
broke
down
it.
to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's what I was
And a
worried
fair
about.
catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Catch made here by Campbell. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Daniil Hunter on the
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. He's looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Yards to go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Score, Colts 21, Rams 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
First down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. A carry here for Hunt. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 29. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Damian Wilson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Down right around the 25.
Kareem Hunt, the ball
So
carrier.
if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his tight end Waller. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Bro, I didn't even press nothing. I wasn't even, my hands wasn't even on the controller. What the fuck?
Set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hunt, and he'll go backwards.
Come on, man.
To the 5. It's a
Killing me,
loss of
man.
a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Defensively.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Johnson running right. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Johnson on the carry.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And 1.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Breeze lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. 3rd down here.
A.J. Boye on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Punt formation.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
They want to hurry up offense?
Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Colts 28, Rams 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
From 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Breeze. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He's got it.
Bro, come on, man.
And all the way down to the 39. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. 51 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Ball carrier.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Breeze now on 1st down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw is Breeze. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Golden Tate, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Colts 28, Rams 20.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
26-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
Where are you throwing the ball, bro? Oh my goodness, that's crazy, bro.
Finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
I got to come on, man.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll run again with Hunt.
At the 30.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speed runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his block. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
24-yard line.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Goff going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's good.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Goff now to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Breeze now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
1st down.
There's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A game there of 30 big ones. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 50. He's
Bro,
at
why
the
is
30.
Kate so
the
serious?
20.
Why is
Touchdown,
Good
LA.
Lord.
Complete.
Golden Tate, 97 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Hauschka adds the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And some room to work. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Breeze pass intercepted. The Colts take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Shit froze up. Probably ain't doing no silly shit.
First down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 44-yard line.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And off that game. It's bedtime. You say 2 hours? I need to wait until I left. Punished you when I was taking a shower.
No, you didn't.
Oh, this smells really, really good.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
The 26-yard line.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action. Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Bears.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
First down, a run with Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 31.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
At the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
For the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Goff. Lots of screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it will result in a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Akers. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. From the 41, Goff. And that one goes
goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Goff. Looking to set for runs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, Cohen. Down to the 25. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 17. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Fights him off. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
The ball carrier.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky.
Oh, man, come on, man.
2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he completes it to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
It's a touchdown, too. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. We know, but hold on, you finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Goff on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. A quick throw, but incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A shotgun snap for Gone. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Trubisky's trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Completes it to Miller.
Over there, man.
Red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They're working across midfield inside the 45. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there on 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And 1.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Akers. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams were able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. This is Miller, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it down to the plate of the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Chicago.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Man, tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up
She's in the bathroom.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in.
She's in the bathroom.
Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense...
Do you have water yet?
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
You have a bottle? You drink it all?
And this one is right.
Why don't you get some of your water?
And that will
don't take it upstairs.
16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try again with Cohen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete.
To call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
This is Cohen. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Takes this about 5 yards deep. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. They'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To the air again. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much
Catch the ball.
And it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This is going to be incomplete. No look for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
10 yards to go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
8-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again is gone. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He could have hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Goff throwing again. And that'll be shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up third.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup.
1st and 10 at the 10.
Goff on first down.
If I can put my defensive cap on right now, I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They control this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Gone. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Desperation time for Goff.
Oh, what are you doing?
They get the completion, but can
catch it and go, man.
Into the end zone, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
You really got that pass off? How?
And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. On first down, Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 72 yards as the Bears push further out in front. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Raymond Calais on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
First down and goal to go at the 1-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps. laps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game,